Let's talk about a flagship that can make a difference in your gaming here in Infinite Galaxy. My name is Shinchi42. Today we're going to talk about the flagship named Atlas. This is a purple version of the Titan flagship. So as you guys know, I've been working on my Titan flagship, and I realized as well, not everybody can obtain the Titan because this is going to be one of those events where you have to compete in the Galaxy Star to where you can obtain the blueprints of this. And then after that, you will need to spend Gold Federation credit for the Titan. So if you don't have the luxury on competing for the Galaxy Star, which my advice for every single one of you, if you're going to be competing for that, is to hoard your items and then make a one big push, win, get the blueprint, and then slowly buy the gold, Federation credit to improve the Titan. But if you do not have that luxury to do it, then you can get Atlas. Atlas is a purple version of the Titan, and this is absolutely amazing. And today in this video, we're going to talk about Atlas and how this is going to benefit you, and what type of pairing you can do, and how you can also obtain Atlas. If you like Infinite Galaxy videos, if you're loving the contents that we are making, please do consider subscribing into the channel and smash that like into the video. And of course, if you have the ability, if you want to share this knowledge to anyone in your alliance or in your nebula, please do so. So I want to ask, how many of you have already invested into this flagship Atlas? And what is the current rank and level of your Atlas? And also I want to ask, the most interesting one is, what is the captain that you use for your Atlas? Since my approach into the game was slightly different, I am now already been working on my Atlas. Initially I was working on my Brontes, which is now a max, flagship. But right now I'm working on my Atlas to max it out. Right now it's currently at 12-1. So eventually this is going to be my next project, and I'm going to work onto the captain as well and then fix the gear and everything. But this is a flagship that is exactly the same thing as a Titan, which I use as a day-to-day flagship now. Now, Atlas is my fourth fleet. For many of you, Atlas might be the primary fleet. So you want to work onto your Atlas as soon as possible. Atlas has a great ability just like the Titan. Atlas is going to provide you a total warship attack of 24%, but if you look into the Titan version, the gold version, is half of it, 50.4%. So if you don't have the luxury to get the gold, well, you will have to work with the Atlas. Atlas also will provide you a range at the max of 12% range, and also going to give you a warship attack at 60% when your fleet is less than 70%. So it doesn't activate right away. It waits a little bit. When the 30% of your fleet has been reduced, then this buff will kick in to help you to fight a good battle. Now, it has this fortifying attack. This will be giving your warship attack at 42% when you are battling with other commanders, meaning other players, not NPC. And then it's going to give you a warship armor increase as well at 42%. This will help you with the battle to tank. Now, there are other combinations that we can do with Atlas. Now, currently, with my setup, with the Titan version, is I'm doing a Hades and Titan, which is a huge DPS. With the Atlas, you're missing out on the Awakening skill. The Titan has the Awakening skill, this Universal Crown. That's the biggest difference, as well as, as the buff are already reduced into half, you also don't have the Awakening skill. Atlas will provide you a lot of great things in the battlefield, tank ability and as well as damage. This is a flagship that is worth getting, but it could be very challenging for you to get in the very beginning of the time when you are playing Infinite Galaxy. Now, some Atlas combination that you can do. You can do a Orion and Atlas. It would be similar to just using a Artemis. All right, Artemis Atlas, Random Mantis Atlas. Right, so you can do this, and then you can do a Radamantis, you can do an Orion, you can also do a Brontes and Atlas. So if this is going to be your main fleet, I highly recommend that using Atlas as one of your main or second fleet. I would say main fleet, Atlas would give you a lot of benefit. Now, you might have a concern about PvE situation. I would highly say that it wouldn't really matter so much. You will still get a benefit since you are doing 2 flagships anyway. It's going to give you amazing buff into fighting in PvE and as well as fighting into PvP. Now let's talk about how can you obtain Atlas. So the first thing that you need to go to is go to the campaign shop. So sometimes you will be able to find Atlas in the campaign shop in here. So just like this, nope, we did not find it, but once in a while it will pop out there. So you have to collect 50 of those blueprints, and once you have done that, you can summon Atlas. So make sure to always pay attention in the campaign shop for that one. Now, another option that you can get Atlas is from the flagship terminal blueprints. You can either get it from the gold one or into the purple one. So I guess that's going to be the level 2 one. You can get Atlas from here, as you can see. Now, I don't fully remember where you get all of the flagship blueprint terminal items in the game. I know you can get it from A Strike, so I don't remember in other events. So if you guys remember this, please do let me know where you can get more of this. But I know you can get it from the the A Strike here. So the purple one, not so sure. I know I get it every week, but I just don't know what event we do get it from. Now let's talk about captains, what you can use with the Atlas. Now, if this is going to be your main fleet, I would say if you manage to invest into a captain like Laura, definitely something that you should work on. Now, again, this is going to be more of the spender. Now, if you're free to play and you want to work onto your captain, you can work on a few things in here. If you're running with destroyers, then you can do is Amela Irving and then focus on one fleet at a time, working on it as you get stronger. This is going to be for, if you're doing a Radamantis and then Atlas, one of them has to be this. And then the second one, you will have to make a little bit of a choice. It can be very challenging of what choices that you are going to be using. But I would say Amerla Irving if you're focusing onto Destroyer. And then, of course, if you are going to be focusing onto frigates, you can do a Michael Flamingo. And then if you are going to be using a cruiser, you will then definitely do a Captain Goodman. Now, the second captain that you can potentially use is going to be very challenging, honestly, because you almost really need to work on some of the gold crew slowly but surely and just work on it, as it progresses. But if you really don't have a choice, I would say you can work on some of the flagship captains in here just to sustain you a little bit. But I highly recommend that you work on, like, if you'll definitely get Laura eventually. Work on Laura and put Laura there, and even as a free to play, I know you can do it. It's not difficult to get Laura as a free to play. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna end up maxing Laura. What I'm saying is that this is a captain that you can slowly work on. Of course, it's going to take a while before you eventually, have a super high rank Laura. But what you can do is you can invest into some of your XP into Laura, into the captain. It will help you greatly because when you invest into captain, it will increase your flagship damage and as well as, leadership in that. Basically, it's going to help everything when you're working onto your captain that can correlate towards to the flagship, right? So when we look into our captains real quick, oh, thank goodness, John Smith Connor. This is going to be in one of our next videos, okay? Let's see into the captain and show you guys what I am actually talking about when you work onto the captains in here. You can see I have Laura in here. When you have Laura, it is going to boost you in here. Attack boost, HP, shield, armor. This is going to provide stuff for you. All right. Now, I don't expect if you're free to play to be able to max out Laura. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is that you can slowly work on it, and eventually you will be able to get more Laura blueprints, and you can continue to upgrade. You can also go into the reclaim shop and hopefully it comes out as often as it can. There are other combinations definitely that you can use for captain, but Laura is one of my biggest recommendation, regardless of whatever playing style you have, because it does give a significant benefit into being a captain. It gives you flagship attack and as well as leadership. Now, one thing also that I want to mention if your Atlas is low rank, even if you have a Lara there, it's not going to give you a huge benefit. All right, so you need to be able to rank up your Atlas, level it up as well, and work on it so that you can really get the full benefit of your high level captain as well in the later stages of the game. But besides that, that's my advice for you guys, is to work on Atlas if you're starting into the game. Pay attention into the campaign mode, look for Atlas, get Atlas, upgrade Atlas, use your Federation credit on Atlas. It will give you a lot of benefit within the game. But like I mentioned, you still need to work on a ship that will pair with Atlas. Rather, it has to be like either Orion, Radamantis or Brontes, or even if you really want to run like a mixed fleet, you can run a Thesis and Apollo. But in my opinion, it would be much better if you can run a specialized fleet. With that being said, though, I hope you guys start investing on Atlas. Look for him, get him, work on him, and hopefully you will benefit on Atlas in the battlefield here in Infinite Galaxy. PvP or PvE, it will be good. Remember, when you're investing into Flagship here in Infinite Galaxy, think about PvP, because this game is a PvP game, right? What you use for PvP will also be used in PvE. Majority of the time, if you're working on PvE ships, it's not going to correlate and translate very well into PvP scenarios. Besides that, my intergalactic friends, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any opinions, suggestions, or anything, make sure to comment in the comment section below. Join our Discord. You can DM me if you have any video suggestions that we should do that will help your alliance for a better explanation than I can do. Just let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I try to do my best as I can. If there are some mistakes that I do or, misinformation, always be kind and comment in the comment section below. I love constructive criticism. Please provide them. Thank you.